This is the new Ender 3D printer from GearBest. It's quite possibly the best budget-friendly 3D printer I've ever used, and I've used like 3 3D printers. It costs just 260 Australian dollars, which is about 180 US or 150 British pounds for my international viewers. Unlike the other cheap 3D printers I've used, so namely the Tronxy and the Anet, this unit requires very little assembly. All the important things are pre-assembled, so the hot end, the gantry and all that stepper motor stuff. And all you really need to do is bolt it together so it looks like this. It has all the things that a 3D printer should have, like an aluminium heated bed and an easy to use interface, support for all the common filaments, and 150 by 150 by 200mm print area. There's all this other stuff that it has as well, but I don't really understand what it means. So what do I think? I'm not much of a 3D printer guy, but this printer is really changing that. It's easy to use, it's fun to set up, and there's just not all that much stuff that leaves you scratching your head before you can have this thing printing. Right off the bat, I'd say the only major downfall is the small printing area. This only supports a 150 by 150mm printing area, so that does limit it to smaller parts. For me, that's not really that big of an issue because the only things I really see myself using this for is things like camera accessories, like tripod mounts, maybe some landing gears for my drone, and just small tooling things like that. So for me, it's not a big deal, but for you, it could be a deciding factor whether this is a good unit for you. Other than that, I really do think that this is a good quality printer for the investment that you're putting into it. The thing I'm most impressed by is the overall build quality of this unit. Everything is made from aluminium extrusions, or aluminum for my American friends out there, and there's not actually all that much plastic in it. The only plastic components are what the limit switches bolt onto. The cable management is really nice as well. Everything is well thought out, it's labeled clearly, and once it's all put together and cable tied, it's really neat and it doesn't get in the way, and that's more than I can say for the last 3D printer that I had. The instructions for putting it together was pretty good too. It comes in the form of a video which is on the micro SD card that comes in the kit, so you just have to plug it into your computer and watch that video. The other thing that was really nice is that all of the software that you need to run the machine comes on the SD card as well. Not only that though, it comes with the documentation on how to set up the software to best suit this printer. It doesn't leave you guessing like the previous printer may have. Now, with the last 3D printer that I had, I could never get it to work with the USB cable attaching it to the computer. I always had to put it on a micro SD card and then use the printer's interface to print the item. That was not the case with this one. I plugged it into the USB and my software, which is Cura, recognized the printer instantly. So that is a really good plus in my book. Now, I don't know if it's because I had experience with my last printer with setting up things like feed rates and all of that, but it just seems right off the bat that this printer is a lot easier to use and set up. These are the 2 first parts that I printed. Now, they're not exactly the neatest thing, but they are good quality prints. The layers are nice together, it's not weak, there's no separation. And the reason they're not really that neat is because I didn't have support material for all the overhangs. I'm sure with a little bit more tuning, these would be a lot nicer again. So what else is there to say? I mean, overall, the unit is really nice and compact, which means it's easy to store up and out of the way. The kit that comes from GearBest is really well laid out. It comes with all of the tooling you need to do it. So really, if you bought this printer as a kit and you didn't have any tools at all, you could still put this thing together. There was no second guessing yourself because it had instructions that came with it. There's no soldering. There's just a really neat kit, and overall, very impressive. Would I recommend this printer? Obviously, it's up to you to determine if this print is suitable for your needs and what you think you will be printing. But if it's just for small parts out of standard materials like PLA or ABS, then this printer is probably ideal. If you saw my last 3D printer review, which was the Tronxy XY, I said that that was a good quality printer too, and it certainly is. I mean, it leaves a lot to be desired with the instructions, and getting it set up and running was a lot more difficult than this one, but the price is also cheaper than this one. So I guess it comes down to how much work you're willing to put into the assembly and whether or not you like the compact design of this one and things like that. So how can you get this printer? Well, there are links in the description below which will link you straight to this item, and it will also give you the best possible price of that day. So not only by using that link are you getting the best possible deal for you, you're also helping me out with a small percentage of a commission sale. So it's not much, but every cent does help. And you know, if you buy through those links, you help me grow in a very small way. So what's next for this printer? I'm not actually sure. I'm excited to get into the 3D printing game, but I just don't know where to go next. So that's why I'm looking for you guys to let me know what you think I should tackle with this printer next. So leave a comment below and let me know what you would like to see me print on this channel. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you're interested in this printer, head over to GearBest using the links below, check it all out, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, just taking a minute to say thanks for watching and letting you know about my second YouTube channel. If you want to see more JordsWoodShop videos, I'm putting out daily vlogs over there which features all of the projects I'm working on of that day. So head over to my second channel and click the subscribe button if you want to see more JordsWoodShop videos.